Okay. So let me start off by sharing my screen first of all. All right. Okay. I'll just admit a few people who are trying to join in. Yeah, so today's session is about creating a BTST or a STBT strategy on Tradetron. So a lot of clients ask us how to create a sell today, buy tomorrow, or buy today, sell tomorrow strategy. It's a very simple strategy to create. So I will just show that. And then at the end, I will also take your questions with regards to a few queries that you may have about building the strategy on Tradetron. Also, we have the resources that are available to you at any point in time that you can access. So we will discuss about that also. All right. So I guess the issue at my end is not there. I guess this thing is pretty audible. Please check your this thing. I hope I'm audible now. Can anyone please confirm? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let us just start now. So first of all, in order to create a strategy, what you have to do is you have to first of all. Wait. Few people are trying to join in again. Yeah, so once you're logged into Tradetron, right, at the bottom, at the top over here, you will see the strategy create section. So in order to create a strategy, as you may have already seen on our YouTube videos, you will be able to see the create section over here. You have to go over here. All right. After this, we will simply name the strategy. So create BTST strategy. All right. So like this, you can put any strategy name that you like to the strategy that you want to build. And after that, you will be setting certain conditions based on which the strategy will take the trades. All right. So over here, as you can see, the set number 1, you will find that there is an add option. So first of all, we will go to set number 1 and we will build the entry condition for our strategy. So in case of buy today, sell tomorrow, normally what happens is that we will be taking entry at the end of the market hours, right? So somewhere around 3 o'clock or 3:15, we will be taking entry, and it will be a positional entry, and we will be squaring that off on the next day. So it's a very simple strategy to create on Tradetron, but people get confused with it. So that's the reason why we will be taking this session, and also you will be able to do it on your own as well. So first of all, we will go to add, and over here we will add a simple time condition. So in this case, we will take an example where we want to take the trade at 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon. So in this case, I will just go to time. Time is greater than equal to number 15:15. All right. So I want to take a trade at 15:15, that is 3:15 p.m. Always remember that this time condition, whenever you create a strategy on Tradetron, should be in Roman numbers. So that's the reason why we put without any full stop or anything, we will put that number directly. And also we will restrict the entry time to 15:18, say, or else because we don't want to take the trade anytime after that, right? So that's the reason why we will restrict the time also. So time is less than equal to number, say 15:18. All right. So this is, we will basically take the buy entry only between 3:15 to 3:18 p.m. in this case. All right. Just one second. I'll just add a few more people who are trying to join in, and I'll mute them. Yeah. Okay. So after that, we will also put one more restriction that basically the net quantity of the traded instrument should be equal to 0. So this is a good formula to always use in the strategy, because what happens is that if you there is a normal check, right? That whenever you put that the first set or the first leg in the strategy is equal to 0, then only it should take entry. If you already have a position that is open and it takes entry again, that means you're buying double the quantity. So that is the reason why we will be restricting that through net quantity condition. All right. So over here, I will put a simple condition, Y bank, because this strategy will be on Nifty bank. All right. We will take the Nifty future position in this case. So 1, 1, 1 is equal to number 0. All right. So whenever, what this basically means is that the net quantity of 111, that is set number 1, leg number 1, condition number 1, should be equal to 0. That is, there should be no open position. If you have already entered into Bank Nifty future, then you don't want to buy it again, right? So that's how we restrict this with this particular keyword. And we will enter one more condition of positions detail. So this keyword, positions detail, is basically required in order to restrict the number of entries. So for example, if in a day, whenever you're creating a strategy, you don't want to trade the strategy the second time. So the first trade that comes in the morning, for example, if you're taking a straddle at 9:20 a.m. in the morning, you want to take that trade, and after that, after both the stop losses or the targets are hit of both the legs, then you don't want to enter into that again. So that is the reason why we use positions detail, so that it should not take the entry again and again. So the way to construct that is, in this case, I will just put entry. It should be all in this case, because it's not specifically a buy or sell, right? You can restrict the buy also. If you want to take entry on the buy side once and sell side once, you can choose that also. In this case, we will keep it as all, instrument all, since we are trading in future in this case. So that's the reason why, or else you can put call or put also. And in this case, we will select quantity and underline. So Y bank is equal to number 0. All right. So in this case, the reason why I'm putting this is because if, for example, at 3:15, if I take an entry into this position, and before 3:18 itself, if there is a stop loss or the target that you have, that gets hit, if market becomes volatile in that case, then in that case, you don't want to enter into that position again and again. So that is the reason why we have put this restrictions of positions detail, net quantity, as well as the time condition. So this is the entry condition that we have put, right? So along with this, now we will choose the condition that we, the position that we want to take. So I've already actually created this strategy and deployed also. So at the end of the session, once we create the strategy, I will show you how actually it takes the trade in live market also. All right. So I will show you how it does. So over here, we will select, say, suppose I want to buy a future in this case, since it's a buy today, sell tomorrow strategy, right? So what I will do is I will select NFO over here, since it is the exchange. This will be futures. You can either select call or put based on the option or future that you want to trade. After that, I will select underline. So in this case, it is Nifty Bank future that we want to trade. So we will select Nifty Bank. It will be an NRML position. Always remember, if it's a BTST strategy, you will have to select NRML because it's a delivery type of option, right? Because if you select MIS, then the broker at your end will automatically square off the position, considering it as an intraday order. All right. So we will select NRML, and the expiry will be current month. And always remember that when you're trading in FNO, right, you should always select this as lots, because the FNO trades happen in lots. Just one second. I think few more people are trying to join in. Yeah. All right. So in lot size, I will select it as one lot. All right. So that is the entry that we want to take. So once you have entered one lot, I will just save this and close this position. I'll just delete this extra that was created. So this is one future lot that we will be buying based on this entry condition. All right. And we will also set a universal exit condition. Now in this universal exit condition, we will put a condition that, so over here, we will first put the time condition, time, NSE. All right. Now, for example, now since you have taken the entry at 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon, and we want to take the exit tomorrow morning at around say 9:20 a.m. All right, because the first 5 minutes are very volatile, so we don't want to trade in during those first 5 minutes. We will wait for 5 minutes. So that's the reason why what we will do is we will put time is greater than equal to number 9:17. Suppose if you want to take, maybe you can put it as 9:20 also. All right. So 9:20 And we will also restrict the exit time to 9:22, all right, 9:23 hours. So it will take exit only within that time, and it will not take any further trades. All right, is less than equal to number 9:23. All right. So we have entered in the strategy at between 3:15 p.m. and 3:20 p.m. on the previous day, and the next day we are actually squaring of this strategy at between 9:20 and 9:23. All right, and we will put one more condition. See, this will automatically anyway trade, so you don't have to put any extra condition, because it is as it is when you are talking about 9:20 and 9:23. That means it will be next day only, right? Because we have entered at 3:15 p.m. So there is no way strategy is going to exit on the same day. So that's the reason why we have put this restriction. But also, in order to have one more check, right, you can put this condition also, that today keyword, all right, NSE is not equal to. So this is equal to that we normally use. This is not equal to sign. Today is not equal to entry date. There is keyword called entry date, and in entry date we will select Nifty Bank. All right. So once we put this, what it means is that today is not equal to entry date. That means it is not the same day. That means if you have taken position yesterday at 3 p.m. or 3:15 p.m. and today is not that same day, that means it is basically a BTST strategy or the very next day, right? So that's how a positional strategy will be created. And then we will submit this. All right. So this is basically the simple strategy that we have created. Now, important thing to note over here is that the condition check over here should be continuous. If you're in a paid plan, that is, if you have a starter plan or anything of that sort, then in that case, it will be a continuous check option you will get. So that is what you will select. And over here, reactivate on exit after, right? If you want to continue this strategy every day, where you every day you want to take a trade at 3:15 and you want to square off the very next day at around 9:20 a.m. Then in that case, what you can do is you can reset this to say maybe 6 hours or 12 hours. So whenever this thing reactivate or exit in this case would be just 1 hour in fact, because whenever this strategy exits at 9:20, after that you want to activate the strategy at say 10 o'clock. But in any case, your re-entry that will happen will be at the end of the day. That is 15:15 and between 15:18. All right. So once the universal exit happens, after 1 hour of the universal exit, so this reactivate on exit after once works on universal exit, right? If strategy is exited by universal exit, it will be reactivated automatically after the selected time period in advanced settings. You can choose to reactivate the strategy manually from the strategy menu or deployed page also. So in this case, I will keep it on reactivation after 1 hour so that whenever at 9:20 it exits, automatically at 10:20 after 1 hour, it will again start taking the entry. All right. At 3 p.m. again, it will start taking the entry, and then it will continue with the BTST position. All right. So yeah, I will reactivating. I will take the questions later on. Don't worry, I will take your questions. Just give me some time. All right. So after this, there is one more check to be done. That in this case over here at the take trades right setting, this setting is basically start condition check after exchange is open. So in this case, if you keep it as 10 minutes, that is by default, right? Then 10 minutes after exchange start means when the market opens at 9:15, it will take trade only after 9:25 because you're restricting this trade over here. So that is the reason why in this case, we will keep that to 1 second. So that automatically when the market opens at 9:15, it will start checking the conditions. All right. So there will be no delay in terms of trade. And then there is last condition check before exchange close also. So exchange closes at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon, right? So if you select 10 minutes, then at 3:20, it will stop checking the conditions. But in case of BTST, since we are taking the trade at 3:15 only, we will make sure that this is less than say 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So in this case, better to keep it as 1 minute only because we are taking the trade at 3:15 p.m. All right. After we have put this, we will simply save the create the strategy and save this. So this is now how the BTST strategy is created. STBT will be basically STBT will be same. Actually, if people are trying to join in, but yeah, I'll just add them and I'll stop it. Okay. All right. So I've already created the strategy. So I will show you what happens in case of whenever the trade happens, right? How the trades have happened for this particular strategy. I will show you. All right. So wait 1 second. Admit all and okay. So once we go to the bottom, over here, see, these are the two strategies that I've created and deployed a few days ago. So this is the BTST strategy and this is the STBT strategy. So I will just show you the condition that I have put for this strategy for you to understand better. So this is basically the same strategy that we created, right? That it should take trade between 15:15 and 15:18 p.m. and the position detail should be equal to 0. Here I have not used net quantity, but it's better to use net quantity at times also, all right? So after this, we are buying a future over here, that is a future lot at 3:15 p.m. and we are simply exiting the strategy at the next day at 9:17, between 9:17 and 9:20 p.m. And also we have used the condition that today is not equal to entry date, all right? So if you see over here, now today, this is fifth counter in which today evening, that is before the market closed, it has taken the trade at 3:15 p.m. if you see, and it will exit this trade tomorrow morning. Now I will go to previous counter to check what has happened in this case, all right? So over here, if I go to this particular counter, fourth counter, you will see the trades over here. So as you can see, on 21st of July, that is yesterday, it took a trade at 3:15 p.m. It entered into this future index, all right, at 25 quantity, that is one lot that we have used. And today morning, 22nd July at 9:17 a.m., that is the exit condition that we have put, right? So over here, if you see, we have put over here 9:20. In our strategy that we created just now, we put it as 9:20, but for testing purpose, when I put it as 9:17. All right, so that is the reason why this strategy got exited at 9:17 a.m. at so and so price, all right? So that is how you will see that this strategy based on BTST has generated so much profit. At the same time, you can go back also, like on a daily basis, right? So because this strategy, as I discussed with you in advanced settings, what I've done is I've put it as reactivate on exit after. So it automatically gets activated and takes the trade for the next day. So here, if you see in the third, we saw yesterday's trade in this counter. We will see this trade that was yesterday, day before yesterday. So on 20th of July, it basically entered into the same position at so and so rate, and it exited at 9:17 a.m. on 21st of July. So entry was on 20th July, its exit was on 21st of July at so and so rate. So whatever time you fit over here, this is the time it will get exited, and it will basically do the same for all the days. So this was for 19th July till 20th July, and the first counter was from 18th of July till 19th of July. So that is how it works. All right. Now, similarly, this was for the buy position, right? So where we have bought the position, you can similarly create the sell today, buy tomorrow also. So in this case, we will see this strategy that we have created, what has happened. This is exactly the opposite of this strategy. So if you see the profit over here is basically in loss because of the BTST. And similarly, if it's the same option, but in profit, then in opposite condition, then that will show as profit. So similarly, if you go to previous counter, over here it is loss, whereas over here it is showing as profit. There will be some change, difference in this because of the slippage related to the futures price movement, right? So that is how it works. But I will show you what this strategy is and how this condition is there. So it will be very clear to you how different is STBT from BTST. So there is no other difference in the condition per se, because it's basically we are checking the condition between 3:15 and 3:18 p.m. itself with positions detail in order to restrict the entry only once till universal exit happens. And instead of buying, here we are selling. So here we are selling a future with NRML of current month with one lot, all right? And we are exiting it with the very next day at 9:17 and 9:20 p.m. So if you similarly, if you see the trades over here for STBT, what it does is, so today in the evening at 3:15 p.m., 22nd July, it has taken a trade in short position, all right? If you go to the previous counter, then if you see over here, it has taken entry on 21st of July. It was a short position in this case, and it has exited the strategy at 9:17 a.m. All right. Before that, on this counter, it has taken a trade on 20th of July and exited on 21st of July, but it was a short entry. Again, for the previous counter as well, it has done the same. So that is what it will continue doing as per the settings that you have put. So 19th July entry and 20th July exit. I hope this is clear, and it's very simple to create. So it will be easier for you to create as well. All right. So at the same time, just before I conclude and I start taking your conditions, right? So yeah, so in this case, if you find it a little bit faster, we will be uploading this entire video and this entire session on our YouTube channel. So you can watch over there also. So no issues in that case. All right. That's the reason why we are recording that at times, because of the time constraint, we try to be a little faster. So that can be a little difficult to understand at times. So we can put it on the YouTube channel anyway. So I will just show you. So I will show you the resources that you have in order to be able to create your own strategies on Tradetron, right? So first of all, if you go to the bottom, right? So if you go to the bottom of the page, you will see these resources that are there. So over here, first of all, what you have to refer to is the keyword documentation. All right. So keyword documentation is basically the Bible of creating the strategy on Tradetron. All right. So basically what happens is, I will just add a few more people. Many people are trying to join in actually, but that's the end of the session almost. But anyway, so this keyword documentation, right? You will find that all the keywords that can be used in order to create a strategy will be available over here. So for example, if you want to create a strategy on EMA, then I will just simply go to this page and I will search for EMA. So if I search EMA, it will show me this keyword, right? So this is the EMA keyword. So I will just click on this and it will show me how to construct this particular keyword. So I will just show you, for example, how to construct this EMA also. Now, since everyone has joined in, I will show you what we can do in this case. All right. So I will just simply add another set for your understanding. I will show you how to create this, use this keyword. So as you can see, under position, we have to use this keyword EMA, right? So what you can do is you can simply use the keyword position. All right. And under that, we can select EMA. All right. So this is your keyword and -1, because if we want to check the close price of EMA, right, then it will be previous candle. So -1 is previous candle, 0 is current candle. So previous candle of EMA. All right. So over here, we will have to select different variables. So right now, by default, it has selected a day variable, right? So first of all, we will select EMA. So if you want a 5-period EMA, some people like 10 period, 5 period, 21 period, whatever. So I will just select a 10-period EMA over here. Then we will click on symbol. On symbol, we will select the candle type. So if you want to trade only on say 3-minute or a 5-minute candle, then you can click, select the 5-minute candle over here, 5-minute candle, and then we will select instrument name. So in this case, if you want to trade in say Nifty Bank, then you will select NFO, and you want to check condition on Nifty Bank spot, then you will select NFO and Nifty Bank. Or else if you want to select spot Nifty, you can select that also. So that is how we select, basically we create a condition and use this particular keyword. So that example is available for all the keywords that you can build on Tradetron. So for example, this is the Harami candle position. This is the Heikinashi position, how to build that. That is also, all these examples are available over here. At the same time, also we have the most important resource that we have is a YouTube channel. All right. So because sometimes theory is not very easy to understand over here, you might get confused. So that is the reason why what we do is we organize these webinars every Friday. So you can join us next Friday also, and we will create different topics, right? So last week, right, we created a strategy on multi-time frame. So this was the session that we had, and it was about 30-minute session for which we have recorded and uploaded this video. So all of these keywords and how to use different strategies, you will find those videos over here. There are more than 200, 300 videos. So you can search any of the keywords like this. So once you're on this Tradetron channel, on the search box over here, you can simply type the strategy that you're looking for. For example, if it's an EMA-based strategy, you can search for EMA, and you will find this webinar session that was taken for about 50 minutes on strategy creation in EMA, and that is also in Hindi. Some people want it in Hindi, some people require it in English, so that's the reason why we have done it. And also, if for example, if you want to create strategy on super trend, then in that case, you can just search for super trend over here, and you will be able to see the super trend creation strategy. So once you start watching these videos, right, you will automatically understand how to use keywords and how easy it is to create any type of strategies that you want on Tradetron. All right, so that is the way you can use this. Also, at the bottom, we also have different resources like strategy templates are available. So strategy templates is nothing but a few strategies that we have created during the seminars, and on that there are templates that are available. So for example, if you want to create a strategy on short straddle, then you can just open this link. So for example, this is the link, right? So this is the strategy, and over here you will get the option to duplicate the strategy. So what will happen is if I duplicate this, then it will automatically be saved in my strategies. This is duplicated. So now what I will do is I will go to my strategies section over here. My strategies, I will see that this strategy is now copied in my account, right? And now all of these conditions, they are ready-made conditions that were created during the strategy creation, and they are all available over here. So you don't have to type and create the conditions again and again. So all of those templates you can just simply modify. For example, if you want to take trade in different types of instrument, you can modify it over here and use it as per your own liking. So those strategy templates are also available. And at the same time, our support is available for you guys. So over here, we have this chat support. The chat support timing is from 9:15 a.m. in the morning till from 9 a.m. in the morning till 12 o'clock in the night. All right, so you can ask for live chat support. At the same time, we have a contact number over here. So you can call this call center number. It's from Mumbai. And you will be able to, the timing is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for call center number. You can call for call support. And at the same time, there is a support ticket also. So if you click on the support ticket, over here, you can raise a ticket with your query related to any strategy or any issue that you may have, and we will be able to support you within 24 hours. All right, so that is how the support works. And also, we have recently also we have launched our Tradetron University. So if you want to understand about the strategy creation in depth, right? So in that case, we have a program also that we have started for understanding everything about coding on Tradetron. So for example, this is the Tradetron University. You'll find different courses. So there is this strategy course that we have launched recently. It's called the Advanced Strategy Building. So you can just simply click on this particular course to get more information. This strategy basically course will be held on Saturdays and Sundays for 2 hours daily. It will be for a period of 1 month. So every weekend there will be 2 hours, and along with that theoretical explanation on every Friday, the strategy the person who will be teaching this strategy basically will be taking your questions during the week every Friday evening. So whatever questions you may have, you can get that solved with him. You can create your own strategies, and you can learn how to create your own strategies as well on Tradetron in an in-depth manner. Apart from the resources that we already have. So you can choose this particular course if you like. You can go through this and then decide if you want to enroll for it or not. All right, so these are the resources, and this is how we basically create a strategy on Tradetron. So I will start taking questions from you guys now, and whatever basic queries that you may have, right, is what I will answer. So yeah, let me just go through the first question. Suppose I'm reactivating it after 1 minute. I hit its stop loss twice at 3:10 and 3:18 p.m. Is there a way I can restrict max loss on multiple counters in the same day? Yeah. So this cannot happen. So this particular question, right, that whether you can about multiple, see, because when you enter into a strategy and till it exits, right, from entering of set entry 1 till universal exit, that is considered as one counter, and that particular counter is separate from all other counters. All right, so that is the reason why once that particular counter is completed, so if I have to go to deployed page, right? So if I have to, in this case, I will just prove it by example itself. So if I go to say previous counter of this particular strategy, right? So I cannot match the compare or tally the PNL of both these two counters because it's a separate counter for a separate day. So this 894 is separate from 6,170. So you cannot combine that together during the day. So anytime the universal exit happens, then in that case, there will be a problem. So what you can do is that within a strategy, right, you can create two different sets so that your overall PNL, you can put in the universal exit condition that, you know, the overall PNL of 3 counters or maybe 3 trades can be basically added into that. And then you can create 3 sets with different entries, right? So you can restrict the entry to just 3 times during the day at a set level. That you can do. So I hope that can be useful. Okay. So contact me after the session. Okay, we will try to get that number done. How to add multiplier on trailing stop loss? So trailing stop loss, right? So trailing stop loss function that we have, it's already embedded with this thing. It's already embedded with multiplier. So if you're trading this strategy at 100, if you put trailing stop loss of 1000, 1 at a 1x level, then when you deploy this strategy on a 2x level, right? What I mean by deploying is that if I update this and if I deploy this at instead of 1x, if I deploy it on a 2x, then automatically it will calculate 2000 in this case. All right. So it will, you don't have to worry about the multiplier on a trailing stop loss level. It will automatically calculate 2000 instead of 1000 if it's on a 2x level. Now, let me just go through the third question that was there. I have few minutes left, so I will take a few questions. Yes, how to use get runtime. So get runtime is basically used to pull data from TradingView or Python or things like that. So if you go to Tradetron YouTube, right, over here you can search for, say, TradingView, how to connect TradingView with Tradetron, or how to connect. So if you see this video, right, then you will be able to understand how you will be able to pull the data from external sources using the get runtime keyword. Also, there is Amy Broker connection that is available, Amy Broker. So you can watch these videos, and according to that, this is where the get runtime keyword is used. So we cannot use that on normal strategy creation, only on specific strategy creation we have to use. How to use get. At a time, max 5 trades should be running open around. If any one of them gets squared off, then it should take one more trade. So yeah, you can use the open positions keyword for that. So in this keyword section, right? But there is a limitation to keywords, this thing, keyword documentation. Keyword documentation. Over here, you will find this keyword called open position. So you can put that particular OPEN position. So if you see this keyword, right, open position, it will restrict the number of trade according to that. But there is a limitation that, you know, at one time, the condition should not be matched for more than 5 trades. All right. So if, for example, in the morning, if you have a list of 10 stocks and your condition is that it should be above super trend, and if the market is trending higher, if all the stocks trend has changed in the super trend for all the 10 stocks, then it cannot restrict that, because it's at one time only. If there is a gap of 2-3 seconds between each trade, right, then it will restrict the trade for number of 5 trades, and it will stop checking the condition for the next. So that is how you can do that. All right. Next is, how do we restriction of 2 minutes, have restriction of 2 minutes for new trade after universal exit. So it's a very simple thing, right? So over here you have reactivation after exit after, right? So over here, instead of 1 hour, if you select 2 minutes, then it will automatically reactivate after 2 minutes. So that is how you can restrict the trade by using reactivation after 2 minutes. All right. I hope that is simple. SL or target taking time to execute. Why this delay in execution? So target normally through algo trading on Tradetron, right? So Tradetron is based on cloud. It's not like it's based on the co-location server in NSE and all, which is highly expensive also to set up, right? So it's basically cloud, and there is a API related this thing delay that happens. So for example, every trade there will be a delay of 4 to 6 seconds every time, and also it depends on the API from the broker connection as well. And algo trading as it is in India is not that developed that, you know, everything can be done in a fraction of a second. So that's the reason why there can be a slump delay in execution of orders. So 4 to 6 seconds delay is what we expect in all trade execution. So that is something that that everyone should be aware of before executing the algos live. So that's why there will be that kind of a slippage as well. So you have to take that into consideration. Next is, I have one lot of index future open position. How to hedge a future at the end of the day, 1525. So yeah, so we have created a video for this question. So over here, if you said hedge, right, or overnight hedge, right? So over here we have created this video. Just go through this video, sir. How to add overnight hedge with a new set. So this is what exactly is discussed in this video, that you can create an extra set, and in this case also it will be like BTST only, that it will take the trade, it will buy the hedge at 3:15 p.m. and it will exit the hedge on the next day at 9:15, and your whatever is the sold position or the short position, you can keep that open according to this. All right. I hope this was helpful. 1 second. Next after that. I want to open with one. There are a lot of questions that are coming in actually. Is this okay for VWAP check? So VWAP check is also, we have a video on VWAP also. You can check that. How to set SL at the low of the signal candle. So of the signal candle, so in that case, right, you can use the position low of that particular candle. But the thing is, if it's the signal candle, then position entry, or else it might require a Python coding in this case, because you will have to identify that particular. If it's only one candle, right, specific candle, then you can use ORB as the keyword. If it's 9:15 to 9:20 candle on an everyday basis, then you can say that low of position low of ORB 9:15 to 9:20, that you can do. But if it's changing during the day, right, if it's dynamic, then in that case it will require Python coding. Is this okay for target is equal to LTP plus high of -1 and low of -2? Yeah, we can do. So for that, you know, you can get in touch with our chat support, because it will require time to explain this. It can be done. So our chat support will be able to give you this particular formula. So don't worry about that. How do I stop the strategy when a loss exceeds say 1500? Yeah, so you can just put a PNL condition, right? So in this condition, you can just put PNL. This will be in that case, this will be have to be in OR condition. All right. So I will just create a group and I will put this in OR condition. So remember that in that case, you will have to create separate groups, all right? And once you put it in OR condition, you can put the PNL is less than, over here is less than equal to numbers. And we have discussed this in almost all of the videos. You can watch any of the video that you want. So that is how you can put PNL condition also. How to exit when LTP of entry price. So yeah, so this can be done. So the thing is just that you will have to send this to our support team, because this cannot be discussed in this webinar itself, because it will take time. So I will answer basic questions that you have, but strategy related complex formulas that can be discussed only on chat. Sir, what happens if we develop the strategy and deployed it, and if it takes trades and it clashes with some other strategy which is deployed from marketplace? So yeah, so it will net off the position that is there. So for example, if you're buying a call option from one strategy and selling a call option from other strategy, it will basically square off the position from your market from your broker terminal. But anytime when the signal reverses, right, it will automatically take the opposite trade. So it will not impact the PNL and all. So it will keep on trading properly. Every strategy will be individual strategy. So don't worry about that. As per TT, last repaired price is updated every repair exit, but it is updating for repair only, and exit LTP is taking last entry price. Kindly correct your documentation, that is not okay. We will check that. You can correct with the support. Maybe there is some shortfall in understanding also. So we can correct that, and we can check with you depending on your condition that you have put. If I want to enter at the opening of zero candle and exit in -1 candle, close candle, then what can, so you will have to write the condition about a position 0, all right, and -1, low of position low of -1, or the position close of -1. That is how you can construct it. So yeah, you can get in touch with the support and they will help you out with that. Why do we have restriction of 2 minutes for new trade after universal exit? So you can keep it anything that you want, sir. So it can be 1 hour, 2 minutes, or anything that you want. So minimum is 2 minutes, and you can customize it accordingly. I want to keep adding at every 15-minute candle. Can I put a variable trailing stop loss such as hourly candle makes new low and exit all positions? Yeah, you can make that condition. So position LTP is less than the low of the minus hourly candle, -1 hour candle. Then you can use that particular condition. It's very customizable, so you can build that. I use the keyword exit time NFO greater than 15:15. Still my position is not exiting. Very likely, right? It's the issue is that in the advanced settings, you have not set up the condition properly. So in advanced settings that we discussed, right? Over here, make sure that this particular time, last condition check time, it should be maybe 15 minutes. So that's the reason why it is not exiting. Like I said, right? It will not exit the strategy if it's the time is clashing with the universal exit time. So this should be 1 minute in that case. So in that case, it will help you out. While using any list of Nifty, how can I restrict number of trades should not exit number 5 each time? So yeah, so we have created a video for that. So there is this position detail count. Position detail count. All right. So if you see this, how to enter only first 2 stocks from the list. All right. So this is how you can basically create that particular condition. So we have different videos that we have uploaded on how to restrict different types of entries. So you can go for the check these videos, and it will be able to, you will be able to answer get that question answered. All right. Max profit. So max profit also we have created one video. So if you search for max profit and max loss, max profit. So we have a video on that also. So this is the max profit where we have created given different examples also. This is a very important video. I think everyone should watch this because it will really help you, all of you. All right. Sir, entry candle ki previous only. So this Ajay sir, this particular request, right? This will require custom coding because entry candle ki previous wali candle low, it has to be coded in Python. There is no way to do that in this thing, condition builder. So if I want to enter at so this is what we have discussed. Do we need to write stop loss and target condition if universal exit? 600 is not getting hit even after loss of most of. So yeah, there can be some reason why it's not getting hit, sir. The condition that you have put may not be proper. So you can connect with our support. We will be able to help you out. So yeah, I think I've covered the top questions. Let me just go to the bottom. Yeah, I hope this is helpful. How to create trailing stop loss condition in every strategy trade. So yeah, so we have created trailing stop loss is default in all strategy creation. So you can watch this video also, trailing stop loss, how to create trailing stop loss on Tradetron, right? There is video on this also. We have written a blog also, how to trail stop loss with a separate link. So yeah, this will require custom coding, sir. If you want it strategy level, then you can do that. But trailing stop loss on each separate leg, there will be custom coding because it cannot be set at a leg level, right? Through formulas. So that's the reason why, because you have to check the different legs that are there and accordingly trail stop loss. Can we upgrade the plan starter to one step ahead? Yes. So the starter plan, whenever you upgrade, right, then you will get a refund of whatever is the balance days, and this thing you can upgrade directly to the starter plan. How much should be the history candles? That should always be all. Good. This is a good question. So there is a lot of issues that happen. So you don't keep 200, 300 candles. Always history candles that you're checking should always be all. All right. So over here also, whenever we are checking condition, right, we are always checking all the conditions that are there. All right. Okay. So remember that it should always be all in all the strategies. How much candles? Wait, once how to set trailing stop loss? PNL you have mentioned is hitting. Yeah, okay. We will check this condition, Shweta madam. You can connect with us on support. There will be some issue in the condition that you put. That's the reason why it's not working properly. So we will check that and we will fix it for you. Today, 2 times, okay, stochastic. Okay, so this again, straddle happens on the set at 9:30 Monday. And next day, if you want to exit in the same set, sell exits on Monday, whether the repair ones will be active on Tuesday. So no, so the cycle has to be complete on a daily basis, right? That's the reason why you have to basically use universal exit in order to exit the position and start a new counter. Or else what happens is that the same repair will not work. Repair once only works once before the universal exit happens. So it's important to know that. So I'll just go to the bottom. Why do we have to restriction of 2 minutes? New trade universe. So yeah, so basically that's the minimum limitation that we have. Is there a video on YouTube on underlying price movement? Yeah, so underlying price movement, you can use entry underlying price. So there is a video on that. Straddle every 100 points or so. So you can watch this video on this, right? Straddle with continuous adjustments. All right, so you can watch this video and this thing. And according to that, you can build that condition. So yeah, so that also can be done. That's not an issue. Let me see any other question that we have. Sometimes there are double trade fires. What to do? So we will have to check that condition. What is the reason for that? So maybe there is some issue in position builder or something like that. That is the reason why. Or else, normally it should not do that. That means there is some issue. No, so we will have to check that, sir. You will have to put this to support@Tradetron.tech. So we will have to check some issue that is there in the strategy. It cannot happen directly, sir. Yeah. So there's a YouTube video. So show me how to code this. Enter a straddle only when combined straddle price is trading below combined straddle viewer price. So check this video, sir. Combined premium. So you can check this video. Combined. I'll just put it. Combined premium. So you can watch this video on how to build a strategy on combined premium, and we will help you out with that. So see, your strategy for backtest, right? The strategy condition can be anything, like your whatever is. Don't change your strategy condition for the backtest purpose. All right. So your strategy can be on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, etc. But make sure that you select 1 minute frequency. That is the lowest in backtesting, because backtesting is basically it's checking the conditions every 1 minute, but it's checking the conditions on your candle only. So if it's a 3 minute or a 5 minute or whatever candle, you can use that as the criteria. You please go through the blog that is there on Tradetron, how to backtest on Tradetron. All right. So you see all about backtest on Tradetron, and this will give you all the options. All right. So in option chart, how to keep stop loss on spot chart while trade has been taken. Yeah, you can do that also based on that. Yeah, you can create a this thing. So for that, you will have to create connect with your support, sir. They will help you out. Can we make a strategy on stop gainers? Yes. So that also you can do. So we already have a template for that also, top gainers, right? So wait 1 second. I will just show you over here. There is a video, top gainers. Yeah, NER. So see, this is a video. Create a strategy on top gainers, losers on Tradetron. So you can watch this video and you will be able to help it. In case of list, set exit will exit only particular stock meeting in the exit or no. In case of list, it will set exit will exit or this thing. It should ideally set exit. I think in this case, it's better to use the repair, because set exit might trigger the set of exit of all the stocks. So it's better to use the repair, I think. So yeah, VWAP in which plan we get unlimited backtest. So unlimited backtest in that is in pricing plan. I think it will be there are no unlimited backtests. There are 200 max backtests for this thing. Create a plus plan. So, but you can buy extra backtest if you want. You can get in touch with support. They will give you the pricing. It starts from I think 250 rupees for 5 backtests or something like that. So you can connect with us on that. V1 candle. How can we get candle -1? It's simple. No position -1. That way you can add that. All right. Yes, you can make your own list. Sir, see, my only request to all of you is that, right, this video repository, right, whatever questions you are asking, we have already made videos on this. So whenever you have time over the weekend, now tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday, take out some time to check the videos that we have done over here. Once you watch the videos, 5-6 videos if you watch, right, you will automatically understand how Tradetron works. So automatically you will be able to do anything and everything that you want on Tradetron. All right, so watch this video unless it requires custom coding, which cannot be basically coded on Tradetron. If it's really complex and things like that, like we discussed, right? Signal is at different times, and if you want to take entry on the previous candle of the signal, then that will require Python coding. But basic things, right, that you want to understand and you want to build, everything is discussed in this video. So take the time out and watch this videos. It will be really helpful for all of you. All right. Immediate execution, not wait for end of the candle. Yeah, you can use that. No, so LTP you can use in this case. So yeah, I think I'm done with for the webinar this session. Thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, and that will be so for Python coding, you can write a mail to support@Tradetron.tech and we will be able to help you out. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. Support@Tradetron.tech. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope this was useful to all of you. You can get in touch with us and we will be able to certainly help you out with everything that you want. All right. Thank you. Have a happy weekend. Enjoy, everyone. Bye-bye.